Good afternoon, everyone. Well, still morning out here, 11:37 in the morning in California. We are looking at a Bitcoin 4-hour chart, and we have now broken above the previous number one ultimate high back over here. We are closing, and again, I'll go to a 1 hour, make sure we've seen a solid close above this level. We are back in bullish trending, guys, just like I warned this morning that you can pretty much ignore this. We are back in bullish trending. We've gone from moderate long here to confirmed. Nope, I don't want that. So we are looking at a confirmed long right over here. I'll draw it right here. And what this means, guys, is we are now looking at trying to leg up. So what I would do is I would start to take a look at some of these legs and I would try to find a leg that seems to match activity. So the way I look at it here, we've got a pretty good leg roughly from here to here. I would mark it and then I would come back over here, try to measure. That's bigger. That's about the same. That's about the same. That's about the same as where we're at right now. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm kind of looking at these ranges to try to find a similar, what I would call 100% measured move. So the way I'm doing it is I measured from here to here, from this low down here up to the flagging point up here, right? And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to see if there are other flag points that match, like this, from down here to up here. All right, that matches. Come down here. How about from this low down here to this high? Comes in and matches pretty good. Let's shrink this up a little. Come back over here and we go from this low. Nope, it doesn't. From this low. Yeah, maybe. From this low. Nope, doesn't. So we have, this area where it seems to match. We have this area where it seems to match. This seemed a little bit big. Let's see here. That area, it seems to match. And now we're going to come in here, spread this out, and we are going to try to see if we have anything aligning from these lows, particularly this low, looking to see upward trending. That's 95,700. And then a 200% move would be, and of course I could do a Fibonacci if I wanted to, but that would put us at $100,400 up here. So that's just over $100,500. Looks like the next big move for this. So I would urge traders to start thinking in terms of a rally phase, which is going to likely come to here and then maybe up into this just over $100,000 level. For Bitcoin, Bitcoin looks like it's rallying pretty strong. Let's go take a look at gold and silver. Silver and gold have rolled today, really just stagnating around this resistance area, 3140 to 3115. You've got this rolling around 2630, 2620. Looks like we're building some momentum to get back out of this. I think this is where we're probably going to see the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday rally kind of kick in here. And of course, the SPY and the NASDAQ look like they are slowly but surely finding some resistance here. You remember we talked about that top pattern today. Here we go, rolling right around that top, right down here in this area, staying out of that gap window, rejecting out of that gap window. Let me come here and get rid of that and get rid of this. So we're staying out of this gap trend. We really are not moving into or trying to break into that gap window yet. We may eventually, we'll see how it plays out. I'll carry this out a bit to Thanksgiving. And now we're looking at that rollover. It looks like that rollover is set up fairly well after a pretty good rally this morning. Big gap lower. This is our top resistance setting up and rolling downwards. So again, I think we're going to probably be trying to close down around 588, maybe 587 on the SPY, and maybe rolling down into the 499, really 499 to 500 area, probably on the QQQ. Now notice how this sets up the big two. Okay, we've come back up, we've rolled. If we get that breakdown, you're looking at a move potentially down into this 482, 483, 484 on the Qs. So be aware that this is a pretty good breakdown leading into my anomaly event. And I think you all should be aware that this is a, potentially very solid setup for this rolling event. Remember back over here on the SPY, I had indicated that we should be looking to sell into the end of trading today on big number 2. There it is, guys. Sell. I'll make it red so you can see. So you should be looking for a rollover like this in the market, rolling down into our anomaly mode, back down over here. That's kind of where we're at. We're in this big rolling top pattern right here on today, the top resistance, moving into consolidation and a potential rolling downward trend. So I would be looking for this type of a move here, maybe a bit deeper. So again, you can see how the buy here, sell here, buy here, timed it pretty good. Sell up here, which is actually right here, timed it pretty well. Now we're looking at a buy zone back down over here, right around or near Thanksgiving. And you should probably consider getting a bit more heavily invested right after Thanksgiving. So pay attention. Things are playing out very cleanly. And, remember, these were all predicted prior to the election. You remember that, guys? Remember how we identified this? I identified this buy, sell. We had another buy down here. I moved it up. So this was the original level here. Expecting this type of a move. Selling up here, buying down here. And then eventually selling up here. These were the original predictions. And, now we're looking at coming back down into these buy zones. And my market has played out very well. Buying here was a great move. Catch up to the top, sell here, buy back down over here after this rolling move to the downside. Selling back up over here. Didn't catch a great move right through this rotation, but selling downward, beautiful, buying into here up to this level, selling into here, and looking for the big downtrend into this area. So again, beautiful little setups in my opinion. Obviously not 100% perfect, but considering I'm making these calls 2 to 3 weeks in advance, I think you have to look at it and say, hey, he's probably onto something here. No, not too many people can do what I'm doing, making calls like this 2 to 3 weeks ahead of the market trend. Now we will see. At this point, we will see. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, we are going to look to see if we get this downtrend. See how hard the markets roll into my anomaly event. And this could be basically a 10, 15 day downward cycle, trying to bottom around early December. Okay, guys, quick little update. Looking good so far. Watching gold and silver really try to base and bottom in here for the next rally phase. Could be overnight, guys. This is a good, solid consolidation phase. I mean, I need you guys to see this. So go down to 1 hour here and go down to 1 hour here. Remember, the markets only flag or trend, right? That's all they do, right? So we come back over here and we are looking at potential flagging in this mode and potential flagging across this level or this level. There's our flagging. Come back over here, see if we can still get into flagging across this area potentially, and flagging looks like potentially across this area here. We would then have the setup being the A, B, C, D, E rally on up. And we would have this setup being the A, B, C, D, E rally on up. So we are now looking for a potentially very strong little rally phase coming out of this flagging and potentially moving substantially higher through this apex. I would assume gold below 2630 would be a great area to potentially buy. Remember the volatility, so ideally somewhere down below this 2620 area. I'll mark this as a really 2620, 2621. I'll mark that as a kind of a historical level. And you've got the same thing here. You've got the same kind of a breakdown. Silver below 31.17, 31.18 would be a very solid buy mode here. Okay, so this flagging is likely going to break out to the upside. Same thing here, breaking out to the upside, looking very positive. Okay, trying to keep this a short little update. I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, get some. It's very important for you guys to learn these concepts and understand what I'm trying to do so you can do it on your own. I hope you're starting to get a feel for it, and I'll talk to you later.